Hi, this is the Human Operating System time. So, after I have chat with many of our meditations and Qigong friends, today I'd like to share with you on what is the Buddhist meditations, mindfulness, awaken, and compassionate according to the Buddha Dharma. So when I said Buddhist meditation here, it means it is the bottom line of all Buddhist meditations. Disregard of it is Zen, it is Mahayana, Chinese Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhisms, or Theravada. As soon as it is Buddhism, it has to be this way, because this is based on the Buddha's teaching, based on sutta, not based on anybody's opinion or interpretations. So, let's go. Buddha's meditations and mindfulness. Well, first we need to have this model. Okay, this is very important model. So, for the Buddhism, the Buddha nature, the mindfulness awareness or true mind, it is the awareness, okay, the awareness function, okay? And then, so what the Buddhists call the false mind is actually, it is looping within the thinking, discriminations, imagination is looping here. So, for example, common ordinary people like us, first we were aware of a certain thing. Say we're aware of a flower, and the next thing right away we will jump into thinking, discrimination. Is this flower beautiful, ugly, I like it or I don't like it? And then it get into the imaginations, and that it run in the loops continuously. Okay, that is how ordinary people first it aware, and then it loop with the false mind. It doesn't even aware of the awareness exists anymore. So it's just going on here and here. Now, for the Buddhas or the Buddha, it doesn't do that. It actually always, it is coming back to the awareness. It can thinking become an applications, and then it come back to the awareness. It can imagine, it can come back to the awareness, but it doesn't loop here. So there's the difference between us common people, ordinary people who make use of the awareness but then forget about it because we trap here, and the enlightenment person or the Buddha who is fully aware, who always is not traveling into the loop or getting to the loop. So, for the Buddhist meditations, it is actually consists of the samatha or the calmness and the vipassana or the insight meditations. And the purpose of this type of meditations is to illuminate or see through the impermanent. This is impermanent. This is we are looping ourselves here, and thus not attached to impermanent and return to awareness. So the practice or the development of the Buddhist meditation is to train this, to get back to the awareness, always to get back, because one via the samatha and vipassana, one always going back to the awareness instead of going outward and then lost in the loop here, the false mind here. or the attachment here. Now, that is a uniqueness of Buddhism compared with all other religions or all other spiritual teaching. And that is, the Buddhism has this vipassana, the insight, which be able to break through the impermanent or illuminate the impermanent. For other teaching of spiritual or religions, they are all samatha based or calmness based. So in the calmness meditations, they always can get the relaxed, calm, present, focused, intelligence, being, living in the moment, condition, non-judgment, power, energy. So what is meant by condition, non-judgmental? Because whenever one is in this loop, one will be always based on certain thing. And when one is based or reference on certain thing, one will be judgmental or condition judgmental. For example, one will see that, oh, this is my family, or this is my friend. So I love my friend, I love my family, I love my religion's brother and sister. That is condition. Or I want to love the human being. Those are conditions. Now, as for the awareness itself, any human, the awareness itself do not have the judgmental or discriminations. It can arise to, it can evoke, but it is equal in nature. So thus, it is mindful, aware, equal, and unconditioned, non-judgmental. So it's unconditioned. Like awareness, anybody have awareness. Awareness before your thinkings and other thing kicks in. That is how it is mindful, aware, and equal. When it is kicked in already, one already attached to a certain thing that is no longer what the Buddhists talk about, the mindful. It is not that mindful which is the Buddha or the Sutta talk about if you want to use the term mindful. So if one is within this force loop or force mind loop or this attachment loop, one can be relaxed, calm, present, focused, living in the moment. Still, that is not mindfulness. Mindfulness is non-attached. Mindfulness is non-attached. Whatever thing which is have the attached content, that is not mindfulness. So, for example, today people say, oh, Zen mind is sex mind. Well, you're out of your mind. Because Zen mind is a non-attached mind, which is this awareness. Sex mind is one has to have attached to a certain thing, a male or female or different gender or so forth, okay, to have the sex action or sex thinking. And that's within this. That is not mindfulness. So say, mindful to love your family. Well, that is not mindful either. That is, one can present and calm, love one's family, or living in the moment to love one family, but it's never mindful. Because mindful is, hey, I'm mindful about this, is impermanent, so why do I have to attach to it? So the mindful term today has been really very distorted. It is not what the Buddhists say in general. Okay, and I have no idea why all those high monk, guru, reincarnations of Buddha or whatever, whoever claim never want to clear this thing up. Mindfulness have a prerequisite, and that is the non-attachment. As soon as that's attached to anything, that is no longer mindfulness. Okay, per the Buddha's scripture. So this is what is the effect on the Buddhist meditation and mindfulness. So if one practices the Buddhist meditation like Zen, it is non-attached, that is mindful. And Zen is actually the practice of vipassana and samatha. It is just a different way of practice samatha vipassana. So I hope that this is clear. And so for sure, samatha, you can have a siddhi or power or energy, and one can be a good person in the world, and a really nice person and very public-minded person. Okay, there is no questions about it. However, that is still not the mindfulness or awareness with non-attached. So this has to be really careful, because the Buddha nature is non-attached in nature. It is like awareness, it is equal, unconditional, non-judgmental in nature. While once one stick with the set-minded, that is no non-judgment or unconditional non-judgment. That is some kind of manipulation there, and that is not equal, because once one gets into the thinking and discriminations and imaginations, all those things comes. Okay, as soon as it's not based on the awareness, and you always get back to awareness. Okay, hope that this is clearing up. Now, in terms of the S model, this is the intelligent world, this is the natural world. The non-Buddhist meditation with the samatha always be able to get to from the intelligent world to the natural world, and then it can come back and it can grow and strong, become strengthened, have the power and so forth, and calmness and so forth. But it never does as what the Buddhist meditation do, which is break the 5 skandhas and attain the non-attachment, both the watcher and the object being watched is melt away. Okay, those are the things. Over here, you always have a watcher and object to be watched. So over here, you always have a watcher and an object to be watched. That's why those stuff is not the mindfulness, which is non-judgmental and equal and non-attached. So there's a difference, because if you use this type of mindset you cannot develop this unconditioned, non-attached. Well, read Surangama, the Buddha said clearly there are 2 types of mind, and you just cannot get here with this type of practice. Okay, and in the practice it is can be verified that way. That's why one in the Zen, the enlightenment Zen man need to have somebody to verify him or her. Okay, so that's what it is. So if you practice Qigong, you always come back here, you never break the 5 skandhas and get out from here. You can make maybe here, okay, really strong, powerful, have the siddhi, but still not going into the non-attachment. Both the watcher and the object of watching melt away state where it is mindfulness and fully aware. So, saying that this is who we are. That's why this loop is about reincarnations. It's about we are trapped in the reincarnations because it always is attached to something. Or this is the 5 skandhas. In today's way, we are trapping in this loop, our biological loop, our society loop, our decision loops. And then all those things like going to a resort, those are within this loop. Going to visit a temple, those are within this loop. Going for retreat, there's this loop too. Unless one practice and always get back to the awareness. One do not go this path. One do not go from awareness, thinking, discriminations, imagine, and then looping here. And forget about this thing. One don't do that. One always come back. One can evoke the thinking and discriminations or imagination, but one right away come back. Okay, because this is the base. One is aware of. So what is a Buddha? A Buddha is a full aware beings or mindful beings. A Buddha never go this path. A Buddha always going this path. That is what it means by liberations or awaken. Awaken meaning that one no longer go in this loop. And one re-break from this loop. So one re-break from this stuff, and all this stuff. One can be seeing this, being there, but one never being looped here. One can be here, but never being looped here because it always come back. Okay, non-attached. So that is what it is for re-break and awaken. And one simply don't over here claim that one is awakened or re-break due to one's more calm and so forth, or philosophy, so forth. So those are different stuff. Okay, those are still belong to this. Now, as for compassionate mean those who is in this state where one always aware, always mindful, always come here, never trapped here. When one look into this, most of us, all our living being, you and me, the ordinary people, when the Buddha look at us, we are in this. We like it or not, we are in this, the 6 stream reincarnations. And then all this, as a human, our biological, our the social life and so forth, and our decision, all is within this reincarnations, the realm of it. And then here we have so many, with different culture, different traditions, different religion and so forth, different race, they are within this. So the compassionate of the Buddha or Bodhisattva who is never go through this or really rarely going through this because they are in the way to become a Buddha. The compassionate is one know the living beings within this path, and thus one treat them equally. Because this is equal, awareness is equal. And one do not use oneself as the truth or the highest or the standard reference to judge, to force others to do things or to really wanting others to do things one's way. So the awakened one, the mindfulness one, the aware one, the Buddha, is looking at all those living beings and it just try to help whenever the living beings or us who is here, without saying that, hey, I'm the big boss, I'm the truth, I'm the thing, you go my path. No, because those who is in this non-attachment see all of those people like us, ordinary people, their notion is just to help us to get out of the false-minded loop, to get us out of it, okay? And it is not about they are the best or they are the truth. They just want to get everybody, help everybody to get out of this suffering or dukkha. So that is the compassionate. It is not love. I love you, you love me, those kind of love because you are my family, because you listen to me, so I love you. It's not that. It is plainly want to help, want to liberate, get out from this trap. So this is to share with you today, and this is the best with my English language and my limited ability to present, to share with you what is going on. So it is a different here in the meditation. So let's not call everything mindfulness, because that is really it can be misleading. And also, I am not condemning the monks or the Buddhist monk or the guru to not make this clear. But I really think they need to make this clear, because what good is it to get people stuck here, instead of to get them out? So this is to share with you today, and hopefully you see this